Welcome to Shelf Life, the show where every week we put one food and beverage brand on the table and take its social media apart. The good, the bad, and the thing everybody's about to copy and shouldn't. I'm Giovanni Gallucci, and we've got a new voice across the table this week. Rachel Donovan, welcome to the show.
Happy to be here, Gio. And I didn't come empty-handed. I brought the green bottle, Grazza, the squeeze bottle olive oil that's in every kitchen I've been in this year, including mine.
That's a good one to start your run with because Grazza might be the most studied brand in grocery right now, and almost everybody studying it's learning the wrong lesson. Launched January 2022. By last August, it was the fifth largest olive oil brand in America. We're going to grade it for real.
So not just the internet's favorite condiment, an actual category player.
An actual category player, built in 4 years, mostly on social. Let's take it apart.
Start me where you always start, the hook. When Grazza shows up in my feed, why do I stop scrolling?
Because the product is the hook. That's the whole Grazza trick. Most brands make a product and then go hunting for content. Grazza built the content into the product. A bright green squeeze bottle with loud type that reads from across the room. You can't shoot a kitchen video with that bottle in frame without it announcing itself. The packaging does the job a hook is supposed to do.
So every creator who squeezes it on camera is basically running their ad for free.
Every pantry tour, every what I eat in a day, every chef doing the drizzle from 2 feet up. The bottle photographs like a cartoon character. That's not luck. Andrew Benin and Alan Ducey designed a product for the feed first and the shelf second, and it turned out that's the same design.
How much of their feed is them creating versus just reposting what customers make?
Heavy on the repost, and that's the right call. When the audience hands you better content than your agency could shoot, your job becomes curation, cheapest content operation in grocery. And it works because the bottle stars in every frame.
Okay, but a good-looking bottle is one post. What keeps it working?
The feed itself. Grazza's channels run almost no studio content. It's UGC, it's screenshots, it's jokes, it's real kitchens with bad lighting. It looks like it was made by a person who actually uses the product, because it was. And the single most watched thing on the internet right now is a person talking straight into a camera. Personality is outpulling production everywhere you look. Grazza figured that out in 2022.
So what's the grade on the hook?
An A. Not because the content is brilliant every day, because the hook doesn't depend on the content being brilliant. The product carries it. That's the strongest position in the game.
Second category, format fit. Are they putting the right things in the right places?
Mostly, yeah. On TikTok, they act like a creator. Fast, dumb in the good way, experimental. Stuff like Breadies, which was basically an award show for bread. Born on TikTok because that's where a joke like that lives. On Instagram, they slow it down. Recipe cards, carousels, UGC reruns. Same brand, different dialect. That's what format fit means.
I've also ended up on their email list somehow, and I don't remember signing up.
Nobody does. And that email list might be the smartest thing they own. The Glog, their recipe blog, feeds the newsletter, and email is one of their most reliable revenue drivers. Everybody watches the TikToks. Nobody notices the boring machine underneath that actually converts.
Anything they're missing on format?
2 things. YouTube is thin, and that's where food storytelling has the longest shelf life. And here's the timely one. Carousels just became a video-grade format. YouTube confirmed this month you can post image carousels into the Shorts feed with licensed music on them. Grazza's whole Instagram carousel library just became Shorts inventory for free, and I'd bet money they haven't ported it yet. First mover on that surface wins cheap reach.
So the grade?
A minus. They speak native on the 2 platforms that built them. The minus is the long-form gap, because parasocial is a long-form sport, and they're leaving it on the table.
Category 3, cadence. How's the rhythm?
They post like a creator, not like a brand calendar. Volume when there's something worth saying, silence when there isn't. No happy first day of summer filler. Half the brands in grocery are still posting to fill slots because somebody approved a calendar in a conference room.
What's the tell that a brand's posting just to fill slots?
When you can predict the post before you see it. Holiday graphic, product on a counter, caption with 3 hashtags. If your audience can write your content for you, the calendar's running the brand instead of the brand running the calendar.
Does the creator rhythm ever bite them?
It can. Creator cadence depends on the culture handing you material, and some weeks the culture hands you nothing. The way you survive those weeks is evergreen systems, recipes, education. The why is your olive oil in a squeeze bottle explainer that recruits the next 100,000 customers. Gradza has those lanes, and they lean on them when the joke well is dry.
So they've got both gears.
Both gears, and they know which one they're in. That's the actual skill. Grade's a B+. It'd be an A if the evergreen layer ran deeper. When the trend engine stalls, the education engine has to be strong enough to carry a whole month, and theirs is good, but not deep.
All right, category 4 is my favorite one to watch you grade. Community. Do they actually have fans or just followers?
Fans, and I can prove it with the single best community move I've seen from a food brand this decade. January 2023, they're a year old, and their holiday shipping was a mess. Damaged bottles, ugly gift boxes, the works. Benin writes an 835-word apology email, personally, and sends it to all 35,544 people who'd ordered in the previous 60 days. No marketing links. And a promo code for exactly $4.43, because he said that's what they could actually afford.
$4.43. Not $5.
Not $5. And that weird little number is why it worked. It read like the truth, because it was. 78% of those people opened that email. Nothing in email marketing opens at 78%. That apology recruited more loyalists than any campaign they've ever run.
If he'd asked you first, would you have told him to send it?
I'd have told him to send it, and to keep the ugly parts in. Most operators sand an apology down until it's safe, and safe is what makes it worthless. The $4.43 is the whole email. Real numbers read like receipts.
Okay, but founder as content feels like it cuts both ways. Doesn't the same guy have a temper?
He does, and we should talk about it because it's the other half of the lesson. April 2023, Benin sees a competitor, Brightland, launch a pizza oil in a squeeze bottle. He goes on LinkedIn and torches them by name for copying. Called it blatant disrespect. The internet split on it. A lot of people thought it was petty, and he apologized a few days later and admitted the negativity wasn't needed.
So the founder's the superpower and the liability at the same time.
Always. When the founder is the voice, every mood is a brand asset or a brand incident, and you don't get to choose which one in advance. The apology email and the LinkedIn meltdown came from the same trait. The man doesn't filter. Filtered founders are forgettable, so you take the trade, but you take it with your eyes open.
What about the community stuff that isn't, Andrew?
That's where they've been smart lately. Pantry portraits, where they showcase real customers' kitchens. Cookbook club, spotlighting bookstores. They're building fan rituals that don't require the founder's face or the founder's temper. Grade's an A-. The minus is a scar, not a flaw. It already healed once.
Last category on the rubric, and it's the grocery one. The retail loop. Does the social actually move product off a shelf?
This is where Gradza stops being a fun case study and becomes a serious one. Over 11,000 stores on less than $3 million of outside capital. For scale, brands raise $50 million and don't get half that distribution. Social built demand before the shelf existed, so when the bottle landed at retail, buyers already knew it sold.
And once it's on the shelf does what the feed was doing.
Now you're seeing it. That green bottle is a billboard in the oil aisle. Everything around it's a dark glass bottle with a Tuscan landscape on it, and then there's this thing that looks like it wandered in from a cartoon. The feed teaches you to recognize it. The shelf rewards the recognition. You buy it, you post it, and the loop feeds itself. That's the whole retail to social machine in one SKU.
They did a third product last year, right?
February 2025, Frizzle. High heat frying oil from upcycled olive pomace, launched as a Whole Foods exclusive. That's the loop in reverse. Use the retailer as the launch event. Let the exclusivity make it content, then widen out. And the numbers say it's all working. Inc. reported that by late last year, Gradza represented 24% of the entire olive oil category's growth. One brand, a quarter of the category's growth.
Does the retailer exclusive launch work for anybody? Or only for brands that already have heat?
Only with heat. The exclusive is an amplifier, not a generator. If nobody's talking about you, an exclusive just means fewer people can't find you. Gradza earned the play by building the audience first. Order of operations matters.
While the big guys do what?
Chase them. The big food companies are now openly using TikTok shop data to decide what products to make next. The playbook Gradza ran on instinct is becoming institutional policy at companies 1,000 times their size. Grade on the loop is an A, and it's the best grade on the card.
So bring it home. One thing they fix first, and the mistake everybody copying them is about to make.
Fix first. The bottle's edge is expiring. There are squeeze bottle olive oils all over the shelf now. Chef's Life, Chosen Foods, Delalo, everybody's got one. When the package stops being unique, the hook has to move from the packaging to the people. More pantry portraits, more customer faces, more long form, more human proof. And the timing's on their side, because the whole culture is repricing human proof right now. Even Reddit is running a campaign about it.
And the mistake?
Everybody copying Gradza is about to copy the voice, the lowercase captions, the memes, the unhinged founder energy. And it'll fail because the voice was never the moat. The moat is a product that was designed to be content before it was designed to be groceries, with a boring email machine underneath converting the attention. If your product is invisible on camera, no amount of personality in the caption saves you. Fix the product's screen presence first, or don't bother. That's Shelf Life for this week. Gradza on the table, and a report card their investors would frame. If you want this kind of teardown pointed at your own shelf, you know where to find me. Rachel, good first week.
I came in thinking it was a story about a cute bottle. It's a story about a bottle that was a content strategy the whole time. I'll bring next week's brand.
That's the show. Same table next Monday. Until then, go squeeze something worth posting. I'm Giovanni Gallucci. Thanks for listening.